Zika is such a mild illness that most people don't know they have it. But in the past 2 years, a surge of babies born with extremely small heads showed the world that Zika is anything but harmless. The virus originated in Uganda more than 60 years ago. It recently emerged in Brazil, then surged north to Florida, and possibly to Texas. Dr. Anthony Costello with the World Health Organization said even one affected child has a very big impact on the community and a family's ability to cope.
It's a public health problem of huge concern for the world. 69 countries have seen Zika virus emerge in the last 2 years. We're talking about a virus that causes brain damage and potentially lifelong disability, which is a huge blow to families.
Right now, doctors can only advise women not to travel to areas where the virus is spreading, to avoid mosquito bites, or to delay pregnancy. There's no vaccine against Zika, but one could be available in 2018. In Nigeria, the polio virus reemerged in the violence-racked northern part of the country, where it's hard to make sure every child gets vaccinated. 3 children were diagnosed with the disease just when Nigeria was thought to be close to becoming polio-free. The virus also exists in another conflict zone, along the border of Pakistan and Afghanistan. Those behind the effort say they are determined to eliminate the disease. Polio cases have decreased by over 99% since 1988, from about 350,000 cases then to less than 3 dozen in 2016. At the beginning of December, the National Institutes of Health announced the start of a major trial of an experimental vaccine against the AIDS virus.
An HIV vaccine is not going to be easy. We may not even know if we're going to get a vaccine.
Fauci described the advances in AIDS treatment as nothing short of spectacular.
Today, the combinations of therapies we have for individuals, if someone's in their 20s and gets infected and comes in and gets on a combination of drugs, you could predict that they would live an additional 50 years, 50. That is one of the most extraordinary advances in the transition from basic research to an applicable intervention in any field of medicine.
If an effective vaccine can be found, it could finally mean the end for a virus that has infected more than 70 million people and killed 35 million people over the past half-century. Carol Pearson, VOA News, Washington.